Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about online communication, which has become an essential part of our daily lives. From the moment we wake up, most of us use online communication in some form or the other. For example, sending WhatsApp messages, attending online classes, using Instagram or Facebook, sending emails, joining Google Meets or Zoom calls, especially after pandemic. Online communication has become a necessity rather than a choice. So, in this presentation, I will explain what online communication means, what are its different types, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages through real life example, the importance of communication, and etiquettes. Online communication means sharing information, ideas, emotions, or messages through the internet and digital devices. Unlike traditional communication, online communication allows people to connect instantly, and even if they are in different countries, they can connect with each other. For example, suppose your friend studies in another state, another country. Earlier, people would depend on the letters, which would take days or weeks, but today, through the WhatsApp video calls, we can talk to them instantly. Another example is online classes. During COVID 19, students attended classes from home using online communication tools like Zoom and Google Meet. Online communication is now common in education, workplace, business, social life, and it's omnipresent. It has become omnipresent. There are different types of online communication. For example, first one is email communication. It is used mostly in academic and professional setting. For example, students email teachers very frequently, very often regarding assignment, regarding attendance, or many different issues. Then there are instant messaging, quick communication through apps like WhatsApp or Telegram and many other. So, in the class group, for example, in a class group where students they share notes, they share the updates, they can do it immediately. They can do it instantly. Then we have video conferencing that is used for online meeting and classes, for example, Google Meet or Zoom lectures. Then there is social media communication, communication through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Example, people share their opinions, their photos, their updates through online. Then we have many discussion forums which provides platform to the people where they can discuss their topics and ask questions. There are different platforms like Reddit or Quora for discussions. Talking about different types of communication, the one of the major type in which it is divided is on the basis of feedback. And when we talk about the type based upon feedback, we have synchronous communication. That means the kind of communication which happens in the real time. So both the sender and the receiver, they are present at the same moment, they communicate at the same moment, and they give feedback at the same moment. The biggest advantage is immediate response, immediate interactions. So, if we communicate through synchronous communication, that is live communication, face to face, not necessarily face to face, but in the same timeline, whatever doubts we have that can be resolved immediately, whatever misunderstanding we have that could be communicated properly. Real life example for synchronous communication could be video calls, live online classes, customer care, chat support, webinars. So during online classes, student can immediately ask doubt. Teachers can immediately respond. So all this instant communication where we are getting the live feedback will come under synchronous communication. Another example could be a video interview which is taken through the video, for the job which could be conducted through Zoom or Microsoft Teams. So this type of communication feels more personal because interaction happens live in the same timeline. Then we have asynchronous communication. This kind of communication does not happen in the real time. People can respond whenever they want, whenever they feel convenient. This communication is flexible because participants do not need to be online together. For example, when we write mails, when we record lectures, for example, what I'm doing right now, then in the discussion forums, you can say that if a teacher uploads recorded lectures on the Google Classroom, the students have the freedom to watch them later according to their schedule whenever they feel like it. So they are not forced, then you have to listen now, you have to pay attention now, even if you are going through certain personal dilemma. So it gives freedom to the students that you can follow up with the class lectures in their free time. Similarly, emails that also do not require immediate replies. You can reply to the email whenever you feel like it. So asynchronous communication is useful when people are in different time zones. Online communication can require certain tools and technologies. Common tools can include smartphones, tablets, laptops, internet connection, communication apps. So students use smartphones for attending classes, for submitting assignments, and communicating in WhatsApp groups. In workplace also, employees use laptops and software like Microsoft Teams or Slack for collaboration. So without internet connectivity, online communication becomes impossible. This shows how dependent modern society has become on digital technology. Online communication has several important features. It is fast, it is convenient, messages can be sent instantly. For example, instead of traveling to submit information, people can send emails within seconds. We have the global reach. People from different countries can communicate very easily. A student in India can attend an online course taught by a professor in USA. It is extremely cost effective. Online meetings reduces travel expenses. It provides you the platform for easy sharing. You can share the documents, videos, and images. All of it can be shared quickly. A teacher can upload all the notes, all the PPTs online for the student, and they can go through it in their own time. Online communication offers many advantages. For example, it saves time. People communicate instantly without traveling, so it is cost effective also. Online, for example, online banking, it avoids standing in a long queues and wasting the time. It supports remote work. Employees can work from home. Example, many IT companies, they continue hybrid work model even today. It connects people globally. Families living abroad, they stay connected through video calls. It improves collaboration. Students can work together using Google Docs and online platforms. For example, group project, it becomes very easy because everybody can contribute online, they can meet online. Even though online communication has advantages, it also has certain challenges. The biggest problem is the internet connectivity. The entire setup of this online communication is dependent heavily on the internet. So if you have poor connectivity, it affects the communication a lot, and it becomes irritating after a certain point of time. Even when you are on online call, you are trying to give the presentation and the internet is hanging and you are speaking something else and your slide is not going to the next, and then you are speaking and then the other people are constantly trying to tell you that the slide is not moving, can you repeat, can you go to the next slide, and because of the poor internet connectivity you are not able to listen. Sometimes the voice breaks and that again causes miscommunication. So internet problem is one of the biggest problem, and it is the biggest disadvantage in the online communication. So especially during COVID, when the classes were delivered online, many students, they often missed a part of the online communication because of the network issue, and there was no way to retrieve unless the teacher had recorded it online and would send the video. Then miscommunication. Online communication can lack facial expression and tone, especially when I am doing the voice call, or if I have written the mail, because mail does have the punctuation mark, but it will lose it doesn't come with the facial expression and tone. So especially during the written communication, online written communication, miscommunication can happen. For example, a simple message which you type okay, OKAY, may sound rude if the sender, even if the sender did not intend it, they may the receiver might take it as okay. So it's like very rude, but the sender might be sending it politely that okay. There is a privacy risk. Personal data can be hacked, it could be misused. For example, fake links, phishing scams to steal information, many things can happen. And then it could lead to excessive screen time. Spending too much time online affects physical and mental health, and many of the students are becoming the victims of it. For example, many students, they suffer from eye strain, their concentration is reduced. These are some of the common problems that the students are facing. There are certain etiquettes, there are certain discipline, there are manners which online communication requires. These etiquettes, this discipline and manners are called as netiquettes. So there are certain important rules. Always use polite language, always communicate respectfully. For example, instead of saying send the notes now, you can always say could you please share the notes. So always be clear and concise. Avoid the confusing messages, avoid offensive languages. Please do not insult each other online. Protect your privacy. Never share personal information publicly. If you share a screenshot of the private chat without permission, always remember that it is unethical. Online communication has transformed the education. Students now, they attend online classes, they submit assignments digitally, they participate in the virtual discussion, especially during the time, during the rain holidays, or during some pandemic. The education tend to shift completely online. So especially during the pandemic, especially during the COVID, teacher used Google Meet, Zoom, Google Classroom. Even the exams, even the presentation, everything was conducted online. But it also gave many of us the opportunity to access global learning. There were many global learning which were just kept open in front of us. For example, Coursera, there were many YouTube channels, then Swayam, NPTEL, all these courses. Even now, they offer some of the brilliant courses, and it is enhancing the education system. To conclude, online communication has become an unavoidable part of modern life. It has changed every aspect. It has changed the way education is delivered. Earlier, education was limited to the classroom, it was limited to the blackboard, but now so many apps has come that if you are not satisfied with the way a certain teacher is teaching, you can always Google that particular topic and you will get hundreds of YouTube videos on it that will help you in enhancing your knowledge on that particular topic. But then that also comes with a responsibility, that choosing which video to watch, because it the online is offering hundreds of video, and then there is overburden of information. There is just too much of information and you have to be really smart in picking up the right one. It has changed the workplace once and for all. It has changed social interaction. Now people are communicating that although we are always on social media, we have hundreds of friends, but still people are becoming lonely day by day. But still, it has enhanced the social interaction. Many of the people who consider themselves to be introvert, they are quite extrovert when they come on the social media. So it is giving platform to the people who were introvert, who were not comfortable communicating face to face. They are writing, they are communicating to different people through social media. It offers a speed, it offers convenience, and above all, it is offering global connectivity. However, responsible and ethical use is extremely important. As students and future professionals, we must use online communication wisely and respectfully. Thank you everyone for listening. If you have any question, you can write it in the comment box and I will try answering it. Thank you for being with me.